What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I am joined by these very swagged out podcast dad. Choops, you're looking good there with the brand new merch.
Like I said, you send it, I'll wear it, baby, and it looks fantastic. Look at this shirt. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
this is a nice shirt, and folks, you know where you can get these amazing shirts, just like you have a great shirt on. But do you know where you can get this awesome, very, very comfortable designer shirt? I'm going to say it. It's a designer shirt.
Yes, it is.
Folks,
Gorilla Press Apparel.
GorillaPressApparel.bigcartel.com. You can get something just as nice as this. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm a little off the cuff because it's been a long day and I have children. Yep. This shit is soft as hell. It is so nice. And also, shout out, because I love this hat. I don't think I've taken it off since I've got it.
Will, what did I tell you? We had a conversation about this earlier today, that you were in love with the hat. You weren't going to be taking
it every episode.
It'll be either that or an Eagles hat basically on your head for the foreseeable future. So every
episode, I will have my Gorilla Press Apparel hat on. And if you guys want one,
yes, and you can use promo code WJP2024. That gets you 25% off site-wide. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. As always, you can give us a follow on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, subscribe to that YouTube channel. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Yes, podcast Dad.
Mr. Cincinnati, what should the good people do? Our listeners, what should they do to subscribe to our YouTube channel? We're going to change it up. You tell me, what should they do?
It's quite simple. Just tell one person. Tell whether it's your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, sneaky link, situationship, dispensary person, bartender, therapist.
Is a sneaky link the difference than a situationship now? Is that what
it is? And there's a new Netflix show that drops tomorrow. That's a dating show that it goes behind all of the ideas of a sneaky link. Yes.
I'm gonna hold off on that because I'm on season 2 of Love After Lockup, and we are locked in.
My man. You know that I think it was Clint and Tracy. I don't know if you've encountered them yet. They were out on the east side there. Yeah,
of course they were. Of course, because Cincinnati's repping.
I know. You know what?
Kyle, I don't know what is this the reference for? I need to know what like. A lot of shit's been said already.
Love after lock. There's also life after lockup. Like there's a lot to No. But it's what happens after they get out of jail. There's some people around longer.
I will say I did break the reality of it. Because I'm on the one right now where they have the one guy that has 2 separate people.
Oh, what's his name? And fact checkers in the audience for this. Yes.
So don't spoil anything, but you're telling me they found the one inmate in the entire country that has this situation?
I mean, he's not the only one. There's been quite a few seasons and different variations of the show. Yeah, Garrett's in the chat, so he'll tell you what's going on with it. But we're getting off the beaten path here. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just tell one person. We have a great time around here. Also, give us a follow at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net. If you have been living under a rock, this Friday night, 8 p.m. 24 hours of the Main Event Wrestling Network, first of its kind, at least for us, live stream with 24 hours of nothing but the Main Event Wrestling crew. If you like us, if you like the OTM guys, if you like Great Brown Hope, if you like Vicious Rants, if you like IW Guide, I hear that Charlie Butters is going to make a live appearance and actually put his face on TV. I'm so fucking excited for this. Look, there is a lot to get excited about here. Wrestling Junkies this Saturday, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern time. As part of this live stream, we got a couple of fun surprises. I think I announced one earlier. Action Wrestling CEO Matt Griffin is going to be joining us for a conversation. He put on Action Wrestling's Dean show, last year in Philly over WrestleMania weekend. Tony Khan made it very clear and told everybody within the sound of his voice that was his favorite show of WrestleMania weekend. He liked it so much that AEW and Ring of Honor are going to be teaming up with Action Wrestling to bring Dean to this weekend, Glendale, Arizona, right before Double or Nothing. This is fucking insane. We're so happy for Matt and the Action Wrestling crew. You do not want to miss this conversation or any of the 24 hours of the Main Event Wrestling Network live stream. Podcast Dad, get your coffee ready, get your mimosas, get your Bloody Marias. I'll show you how to make a breakfast shot too.
What did you say before that? Yeah, there's a city that was involved? What was that city?
Glendale?
No. Before that. Where was Dean last year? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not doing this with you. Congratulations. You celebrate the Eagles. Okay, whatever.
Hey, no. I want you to say it. What are the Eagles? Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Come on. You can drink all you want. Say it with your chest.
The Eagles are a football team in the National Football League that just signed their head coach to an extension. He is the only coach, or at least in recent memory, that's taken the team multiple Super Bowl appearances. So good for you guys. I'll give you that. Yeah. That's as far as it's going to go.
Champions. Just say it out loud. It feels so good. You can
say it.
I know you won't be able to ever, but it's fine. Champions. Champions. We are way off the beaten path.
Yeah. I blame you.
I'm excited, guys. I am excited for this 24-hour stream. Kyle sent me the link. Kyle, that may have been against your better judgment because there's a chance I get bored on Friday night and maybe I just pop on in. I'm just saying.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
I like the sound of that podcast.
I mean, I like SmackDown. Maybe I'd join in.
I Like It Raw, which was in the books last night. So we are on the way to Saturday night's main event podcast. Dad, there's a lot to talk about here. 2 Money in the Bank qualifying matches, a face-to-face between Logan Paul and Gunther, and a bit of a scary moment involving Zoe Stark here. Let's get this one out of the way because, once again, another wrestler injury, and the IWC comes out and wants to Monday morning quarterback it. Let's leave this shit in 2024. Let's not do Kyrie wasn't close enough. Let's not do they could have done this, but no, shit happens. It was a rough day at the office for everybody involved in that moment here. It sucks for Zoe Stark because I mean, based on what we saw on TV, it didn't look that bad, and then we see the video kind of coming out of fan footage, and just the leg just obliterates. So let's rally around Zoe Stark and be like, hey, get well soon. We're pulling for you. Let's leave it at that. There's no reason to have any of the someone fucked up somehow. That's why she got hurt.
See, I didn't see that. So, what you're saying, touch grass. Yeah. I don't. Come on. Let's leave that at home. If you want to type something out, type it out and then erase it when you're done. Let's just do that. Yeah, that's that. I mean, it stinks. It's tough to watch, someone get hurt. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. We have seen injuries that look awful that aren't as bad. Yeah. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked, but it did look great.
Because this isn't the first blown out knee that she's had to come back from in WWE. This one is concerning because the camera angle showed them trying to walk her out. And then once trainer has a swoop her up, that's when they wide pan to go back to the rest of it. So I love the optimism. I just don't have it. But, I mean, speedy recovery is always Stark.
No, it sucks. It's just, and you got to remember, like, the people coming after people. Like, this is their livelihood. This is their job. Like, leave them alone. Like, I'm sure Kyrie feels awful that it happened. I'm sure Rhea feels awful that it happened. Like, it's just – like you said, shit happens. Nothing was out of malice. Nothing was on purpose. It didn't. Nope. It wasn't a thing. It just, you guys are making it a thing. Don't make it a thing. Like it's another day at the office, and it, like someone says, it's not ballet. As much as, people want to talk shit about wrestling. It's fake. It's not. Like people get hurt. People put their lives on the line. It sucks, and wishing Zoe Stark the best because I think she's kind of in limbo anyway with kind of what's going on. So getting an injury now sucks, and hoping that she comes back and is better than ever. But just an awful moment last night that we saw.
Yeah, but let's take it back to the beginning. Logan Paul opening the show, confronted by Gunther. Logan Paul basically saying,
I got a question. No, time out.
Okay.
I got a question. I was scrolling Reddit before bed last night. What would you rather see? Logan Paul as champion or R-Truth as champion? You got to pick one.
I like how you make it feel like it's a Sophie's Choice sort of thing, but it's not a fucking it's not. No, it's not. No,
How?
It's not.
How?
R-Truth in a fucking heartbeat. Yes.
R-Truth ending this John Cena run? Ending this John Cena run? Are you serious? You would take R-Truth ending the finally the heel run that we've been asking for. You want R-Truth to end that?
Yeah, because it would be the most fucking R-Truth thing ever. No, that's what makes it so great. That's what makes and like it's not even this. Like here's the thing. I think that because we have been so used to seeing R-Truth in the comedy aspect of WWE, let's not forget Ron fucking Killings that we also saw for the majority of the early aughts and into the initial WWE return. He's for everything he can do comedic, he can pull off serious. You saw his interview with Wade Barrett last Friday on SmackDown. People forget how good his promo skills actually are, okay? And let's not forget that he's also a former world champion himself. He's also held 10 pounds of gold, okay? Let's not act like if booked right, you can...
20 years ago.
Who gives a shit? It's still a world championship if you ask me. And I think if you ask anybody else out there, it'd be the same fucking thing.
So you'd rather see R-Truth and this great Cena run than Logan Paul and this mid run of James.
Yes.
God, you're crazy. If you're in the comments,
crazy if you think that Logan Paul's the guy to fucking do it.
Please, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Tell me why not now would Logan Paul not do it? He wasn't going to beat Roman. He wasn't going to beat Seth. Believable he'd beat Jey Uso. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I just don't see. I still don't see world champion Logan Paul, or at least if it is, it's not for very long. But I'm not having. I don't want to see the transitional just to have him lose it to Seth, which is the larger story here. And I know they want to see those seeds of doubt of having Rollins and Heyman and everybody go up to everybody that they did last night, because I know that we're going to talk about that they're trying to plant the seeds of Seth Rollins is the end game here. Logan Paul does not need to be part of that end game. Are you saying that you would rather see Logan Paul take the title off of Jey Uso to eventually lose it to Seth Rollins, where we know that this is going to go, as opposed to Jey Uso retains against Logan Paul, Seth Rollins does what he has to do in order to get his title match at SummerSlam, and then Sami Zayn costs Jey Uso that title? Are you saying that you don't want that larger story that is being teed up here because a social media twat wants a world title?
Here's the thing. At this point, I think everybody knows Seth Rollins is going to end up with that title, yes?
Yeah.
I don't care who he beats. Let's just get the title on him. That's where I'm at. I don't really care who he beats at this point. Whoever the champion is, to me, is kind of irrelevant because I want to see what this Seth Rollins story is going to be.
And that's fair. I think another thing that needs to be considered as far as a Logan Paul world title run is you were so excited to see what would happen with the U.S. title and what he would do with that once he said, I'm full-time now. I'm going to treat this seriously. I don't need a part-time champion anytime soon, because that's essentially what Logan Paul is and has. Like, But
going back to my point, Seth Rollins is going to win the title anyway. Everybody can see that. Don't care who has the title currently. I just don't, because I want Seth Rollins to have this title. Let's play with this story. Look, Jey Uso was a fun story. It was good. Has his title run been great?
No.
Okay. The last time this title was actually good is when Seth Rollins had it.
And that's fine, but I didn't like you can say all of that about Jey Uso's run. I didn't hear you clamoring for anybody to take the title off of Gunther before WrestleMania.
No.
Exactly. So it's like Gunther's title run was also mid.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't. But nobody at that point was ready to take that title.
Okay, but you're saying Logan Paul is.
Sure. Why not? If they were going to do it at any point, now would be the time to do it. If they were going to put this title on,
in a world where people want Logan Paul versus Mr.
I don't want it. I'm just saying logically, if you're going to do it now on NBC, where you have the casual audience that might actually care about it, and give him a 2-month reign. Who cares? That title is not that prestigious anyway. Is it?
It's very clearly the number 2 to the undisputed champion. Like I don't disagree with that. But your remedy for, okay, well, we know we need to build this thing back up is that we're going to take it to probably lower than Jey Uso because I don't like him and put it on Logan Paul before we drop it back up to Seth Rollins.
So
is what you're saying you want.
Who's going to get more eyes?
Logan Paul will get the eyes. I'm not denying that he doesn't. There, at least for again, a lot of fatigue when Logan Paul holds championships. You were the guy hoping that because he signed this full-time deal that it's going to be something where we're going to see him more often and we're going to care about that championship. He did a disservice to the United States Championship too.
I do.
I don't know. I mean, for as much as you may not like Big Gold, like why do we need to wipe his ass with it first before we give it back to Seth Rollins?
Because at this point, it's toilet paper anyway.
I don't necessarily agree with that. But
look, I'm more interested in the U.S. title than I am this title right now.
That's fair. That's fair. I am just saying I see no reason to take the title off of Logan Paul or off of Jey Uso to put on the Logan Paul to do the transitional run to Sami Zayn or to Seth Rollins when you have the larger story that you can tell with this group that is going to be the focal point of Raw for the next year.
And Kyle,
because what do you do with Logan Paul after? Where does he go after?
There's nothing wrong with Jey Uso. Oh, stuff's getting feisty out there. The podcast mom about to lay down the law.
I've been hearing that for a few minutes now.
I better watch my P's and Q's. I'll tell you that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jey Uso. I like Jey Uso. I've never said I didn't like Jey Uso. I just don't think he's a world champion. I just don't. I would much rather see a Sami Zayn. I would much rather see a CM Punk, a Seth Rollins, a Gunther have that title, right? Like at a Bron Breakker. I'd rather see Bron Breakker have it. Hell, at this point, and please don't yell at me. I know you might yell at me, but please don't yell at me. Give Sheamus one more run. I mean, come on.
I want to see the Grand Slam for him. Not saying that there's anything wrong if they were to put him back in that.
I'm done with that whole story too.
Okay, whatever. God. That's fine.
I'm done with Sheamus chasing that damn IC title. Come on. But like, there's nothing wrong with Jey Uso. He's over. It's great. I'm happy for him. He got his moment. That's awesome. They tried to make it something it wasn't. It wasn't Kofi Mania. It wasn't the Yes Movement. It's not even as feel good a story as it would be for Sami Zayn. It's just not, and that's okay. You want to get some heat, put it on Logan Paul, and then have Seth Rollins be it. Would he be the biggest babyface in the world? Maybe. Would it be counterproductive? Probably, but.
So why do
I'm just playing devil's advocate. If you're going to do it at any time, he wasn't going to beat Roman. He's not going to beat Cena. He wouldn't beat Seth Rollins. He could beat Jey Uso.
I'm not saying that he couldn't. I am just saying that it would just be really, really shitty to derail the better part of 2 years of work where somebody has gone from you are just a tag team guy and we will never see you as anything else to the right-hand man to the main event of WrestleMania to getting the opportunity to go off on his own. And I was very critical of the fact that his first title going over to Raw as a single star were the tag titles with Cody. But you can't say that he didn't organically get himself over with the crowd. He was doing Cena Punk merch numbers. Sometimes that's just what you reward. That's just we have been in this business long enough to realize that sometimes that's just what it is. And Logan Paul, it's like the match is going to get the eyes, but if you were if you're TKO, like you'll get social media attention for it. But is Logan Paul a guy I want to see carry the fucking mantle, where I'm going to see you on my fucking morning shows, or I'm going to send you out to do the press and promo? All that shit? No,
Probably. Look, we'll cut it as here as a wise Scottish man once said, "Don't you wish you were the Uso that said you eat first?" That's all I'm gonna say, and we'll leave it at that. I love Drew McIntyre. That sums up the entire thing. That sums up. No, we're done. We're moving on.
I know that we are. I was gonna go ahead and move on. So is Liv about to lose her man the way that she got him? Vamp on that for a second.
I don't know if I want this for Roxanne. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if I want Roxanne in some kind of love story with the Judgment Day with Dom. I don't know if I would rather have Roxanne go into the Money in the Bank, maybe play Dom a little bit to kind of get what she wants and then move on. I think that would be okay. I really don't want Roxanne attached to the Judgment Day. That's kind of where I'm at because, I mean, this is kind of a dead faction walking at this point, and I really don't want Roxanne to be associated with it because it's already got, in my opinion, kind of go-away heat as much as it does. So let Roxanne, if she manipulates, that's fine, and let her win the Money in the Bank and then kind of get where she needs to be. Yeah. That's cool. I don't need her with Dirty Dom, dude. I don't need that. Roxanne's clearly a heel, and Dom's clearly a face.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's go-away heat. For me, and this is just my
it's not Jeff Jarrett. For you,
I used to have a couple of Jeff Jarrett figures back in the day. I laugh at the fact now that I own those. I think that was the coolest fucking dude. Nope, here we go. Whoa! I haven't seen him in the chats in a minute. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. But no, with this, it's not the go-away heat for me. I think we're just kind of waiting for this next like arc of the story here. Finn is very clearly odd man out here. Yes, he's getting the wins. I mean, he got the pinfall last night, but that was thanks to El Grande Americano and the larger story with Penta here. But at this point, I think we're just kind of waiting for when's the other shoe going to drop here with this?
Yeah.
Which has been the issue with Judgment Day stories is that it's kind of taken them entirely too long to kind of get to the next milestones. Look at Damian Priest's entire world title run.
Yeah, and it does. It kind of, we're getting to that point where maybe some stories are starting to get a little bit long in the tooth. I think Judgment Day is one of those where that's kind of where I'm at. I'd rather see it break up than evolve. Like, have JD and Finn go do their thing, have Dom do his thing, Carlito can go do something, I guess. I don't know. But and then like Liv and Raquel are the champions, the tag champions.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
No, I know. I just forgot that quickly.
Aren't they?
Yes, they are. I'm being facetious.
Okay. You had me kind of questioning myself for a second. I was like, they're the tag champions, right? I thought they were.
They are. Good. No, yeah. This is. Then I'm sure that this is all going to play into the whole Liv absence thing, which is probably kind of the larger story that's at play here. So I wouldn't imagine that Roxanne is going to actually join the Judgment Day, but it's kind of fun to see this because again, it's an interesting story because we talk about it when it comes to celebrities and athletes, like all that shit all the time. You know, how you lose, how you trap them is how you're going to lose them sometimes. Like,
yeah, no, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. I would prefer Roxanne do her own thing. That's just me.
Yeah. Speaking of Roxanne, really enjoyed that match. Her, Natty, and Becky Lynch. Yeah. And I didn't realize it. And again, this is Papa H being the storyteller here. I think it was Roxanne tweeted out a picture of her with Becky Lynch as a kid, and then a video. I guess she was on Total Divas, like a clip where she's asking, how do I get into this? And Natty's answering it, and she gets to wrestle them in a triple threat. Like, when you look at the year she's had, Iron Woman in the Rumble, great Elimination Chamber performance, qualifies for Money in the Bank. Not a bad start.
Yeah. Mid-Mania week. But yeah, that's fine.
But again, okay, mid-Mania week. But again, look at everything else that I pointed out.
I know.
Yeah, she's got to be the favorite to win the briefcase. I know that Fernando said that Naomi is somebody that he would want to see.
Let's see who qualifies.
Win the briefcase. But
I would need to see who qualifies a little bit more. But
yeah. And then shout out to Zoe. We talked about this a little bit at the beginning. It's just a crummy situation, especially as she's trying to find her footing now that DeVille and Baszler are gone. It sucks because this could have been a breakout match for her. At least gotten some more eyeballs on her to see what could come next.
Sorry, it was muted because there's chaos going on outside the door.
This is why you have one kid at a time, bud.
I tried. I mean, so
sure
technically, I did have one kid at a time. So
I've heard this story before. Yeah.
It's off the rails. On a Tuesday, though. On a Tuesday.
It started this way, though. It's fine. What else is there? Oh yeah. Can we hurry up with the Austin Theory, Grayson Waller split? Also,
again, there's kind of this long-term storytelling where it's like let's get to it. Come on. I'd rather this just be done at this point.
It kind of feels like, and I feel like you'll get this example. I think Universe mode, where you get the option of long, medium, or like the intensity of the rivalry. And I think the more intense it is, the longer it plays out. That's what it kind of feels like here.
It's like a year.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, they won the tag titles and then just immediately had friction, and then nothing. I mean, they were in a triple threat match against Obafemi. The break should have happened.
So that's where they booked Fraxium from.
Okay. Oh my god. Take it back.
No.
Take it back.
No.
Take it back.
No.
Oh my god.
You didn't dislike the take.
You're gonna get heat for that one.
No. Bunch of faceless profiles are going to have a lot to say about my comments on that. Alert the media.
Sorry, I'm tired. But hey, you know.
Too.
What else on Raw tickled your fancy?
Where the fuck's Karrion Kross?
Who told you this?
I know.
There
the main event pops with it. Also, oh yeah,
great,
Paul Heyman with the fucking George Mizanin.
Great. Oh, they popped the main event. Okay, when's the qualifying match on main event? When is that? Did I miss that?
It's for the Speed Championship.
Look, here's the thing.
Currently held by
Grande.
There you go.
Yeah, I know better than you. Quiet down. Who'd he beat? Exactly,
Angel?
Dragon Lee. Thank you.
Oh.
Speaking of. Oh no! We don't want to talk about him. What's on NXT tonight? This is
triple threat match. No more contendership for the North American Championship. Devon Evans, Super Sean Legacy, and then
Sean Legacy's on NXT tonight.
Yeah, he's in the number one contendership triple threat match for the North American Championship.
Wow, good for him.
Right, you can check out our interview with him in our archives.
Yes, you can. What else we got? Ty Dillinger and looks like Ty Dillinger. Wow. I just saw his face. Sean Spears and Briggs go one-on-one. My goodness. Joe Hendry's got a concert tonight.
Oh yeah, the concert and the Trick Williams rap performance tonight too. Yeah.
Oh man, Kalani and God, why am I blanking on her name? Zarya.
Yeah.
And then we have a tag team match.
It's Battlegrounds this weekend, right?
OTM, shout out. And they take
on the mark, yes, out the mud. Yeah.
And then they take
I'm just not a fan.
Some of these members of Chase U, yeah. Real quick.
Uriah Connors and
real quick, because we didn't I don't care. Real quick, because we didn't touch on it, because we didn't have a podcast about it. Gabe Kidd in the Death Riders.
Fuck yes.
I'm interested again.
Sign me up.
I'm 100% interested again.
You know how fucking thrilled I am that Willow's gonna get to be in the main event at Double or Nothing?
Look, I'm just is she?
Yeah. Marina and Willow are advertised to be in Anarchy in the Arena, yes.
Okay. Look, I'm excited. Like, I'm back in. Like, you know, for a long time, and you were the same way. You were kind of out on the Death Riders.
Still am. I just really like Gabe Kidd.
Add a little Gabe Kidd in there with the kind of unhinged John Moxley. I mean, it sucks that John Moxley's going to be champion probably until
Open the fucking briefcase. That's all I want.
But man,
I just want signs of life.
This is something, man. Like I'm interested. I'm 100% interested in Gabe. Oh, here we go.
Do me a favor.
Here we go.
Blink twice if you're okay.
It's a championship
Anything. Something. Wait for it.
Guys, if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Wrestling Junkies Pod. Please make sure to like us on all social media, X, Facebook. I was going to say Twitter, but that's the same thing. Instagram, TikTok. If you want to also find some really cool people doing some really cool stuff with wrestling, please follow the Main Event Network. Also, if you want these really comfortable ass, I don't know why I just grabbed those, but if you want some really comfortable ass shirts, some soft shirts, some nice shirts, go to GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. They know what they're doing. And did I get another hoodie? Yeah. Did I need another hoodie? No. But I have one now, and I'm excited.
So I guess I can go ahead and share this. But as part of our 2 hours during the 24-hour stream this Saturday, we are going to be giving away a couple of promo codes to Gorilla Press Apparel. Get yourselves some exclusive merch. And yeah, dude.
Was that 8 to 10?
It is 8 to 10 Eastern time. Breakfast with the Wrestling Junkies, a couple of hours, and I'm hoping that the apartment complex pool will be open this weekend so that I can just be a bum once the show is done.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, nobody wants to see you live at the pool. Relax. One person in the world wants to see you live at the pool.
I don't know. I feel like there's a larger audience than you.
No. One person wants to see that, and it's not the guy from like our first episode that wanted to, drink your sweat or whatever happened.
No, he just said he wanted to smell me after I jogged, okay? I forgot about that.
Also, I need, before we sign off, because we're getting ready to, I need to ask Hugo Ramsey a question. I don't know if you're watching, Hugo. I made a trade in my fantasy baseball league. I traded Hunter Green and Royce Lewis for Rafael Devers and Mackenzie Gore. I know you don't know what any of that means.
I know. I want you to say it again because I'm going to type it out right now.
I traded Hunter Green. You got that? Royce Lewis for Rafael Devers. Good luck.
Okay.
And Mackenzie Gore. So I would just like him to grade that trade for me. And if you could send me that after the show, that'd be great. Thank you.
This edition of Grade the Trade with Mr. Cincinnati's Boyfriend has been brought to you by Gorilla Press Apparel. Remember, GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Promo code WJP2024 gets you 25% off site-wide. That is going to do it for us tonight. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to break down NXT. We're going to talk a little bit of Dynamite. We should probably go ahead and give our predictions for Double or Nothing and Battleground as well.
Yeah, dude, we got 2 hours on Saturday.
It's also a good point. Yeah, I suppose we should, say
we got to fill 2 hours.
A little mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
That's probably the longest pod we've done.
It's the longest one we've done since we started.
Yeah.
A couple of those early ones were.
We did a couple of watch-alongs that were pretty long.
Those were.
I remember an AEW one. We don't need to talk about that one, though.
No. It's okay. That is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow as always. That is the podcast that I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Life is short. Watch more indie wrestling. Till tomorrow, enjoy the graps. That stream's the one thing